Talking to me.
I was talking to the ladies.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Titanium Thursday. I am so happy to have you guys joining today. If you're wondering who's joining me, it is the strength of a woman, the warrior spirit. She's coming to join our session today. And I
Hey,
wanted to
girl.
use props because I want to talk about the strength of a woman today. That is what Titanium Thursday is about. The strength of a woman. So thank you for joining in. I'm sure everybody, whoever else comes in, will add them as we start. I have a lot of good things I want to talk about today, but before we start, we always want to start with some positive words, some words of prayer for the meeting. So I won't say a prayer, but I will read the devotional from my two books that I talked to you guys about last week before we start. So today's thing says, God is indeed the great comforter. However, his comfort does not necessarily make us comfortable, but it does give us peace and hope for a better tomorrow, and the promise that one day we will be with God forever, never to be uncomfortable again. He is the source of every mercy and the God who comforts us. 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 3. And the second one that I will read says
2 Corinthians what? I'm sorry.
1 and 3. Chapter 1, verse 3.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Chapter 1, verse 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the second one that I will read says, it's a beautiful sunny day out here. Sorry if it's a little too bright.
No, it's
Okay,
beautiful.
it says, where the world sees failure, God sees future. When you didn't get that job, promotion, or position you wanted, it is for a reason. God has something better in store for you. God has planned something better for us. That's Hebrews chapter 11, verse 40. So I'm going to set this beautiful lady to the side. She's our reminder to always stay armored up with our warrior spirit.
You said Hebrews what? I'm sorry.
To the side for a minute.
11 and 40.
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
say 11 and
40.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So Titanium Thursday. If you didn't know what titanium is, I want to give you guys a quick little definition so that we can all know exactly what titanium is. I'm going to turn myself a little bit away from the sun. It's bright. I had to come and ground myself outside today. It's such a beautiful sunny day.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's sharing with us.
It's been gloomy here all day.
It has. It got a little
been
sun
raining.
for a second. It's been raining out there. It ain't rain down here.
All day.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not here. Not for a few days. Okay, it says titanium is a silvery white metal valued for its high strength, lightweight, and corrosion resistance. Its unique and desirable properties have led to its use in numerous industries and applications, primarily in the aerospace, automotive, medical, and chemical processing industries. So titanium is the most durable metal out there. It's scratch resistance. You can't break it. It's very durable. It's the strongest metal out there. So that's why I coined today as Titanium Thursday, because I believe each of us here in this room today, and those that will come and those that can't be present, have some titanium and unmovable steel built inside of us. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, we could take a licking and keep on ticking. So yes, that's what today is talking about, Titanium Thursday. And the first question that I have for you beautiful ladies is, where do you derive your strength from? And who was an example of incomparable strength for you to follow in this journey of life? And I'll start with you, beautiful Kai. Miss Brian, Miss Son, this is not a good spot for me right now.
Thank you, girl. That's great. You said, say it, read the question to me.
Okay, it says, where do you derive your strength from? And who was an example of incomparable strength for you to follow in your journey of life so far?
Mm.
And I think I'm gonna have to move because this glare is bothering.
My strength, where do I have to derive my strength from? Is God at this point in my journey right now. I used to think it was of people, you know. I thought it was like my auntie, or I used to, she was a good example, you know, of a strong woman, you know, I grew up around, and then, you know, my mama lived, you know, was strong. But my strength comes from God. My strength comes from God, which allows me to go within. And in this part of my journey, now where I get my strength, where I got it from was my mama. Okay. When you ask me that question, that's like the face that I seen was my mama face. Because of the fact that my mama was a short midget. She was a midget, like 5'8" or 5'6", whatever. I mean 4'6", 4'8", or whatever like that. And she was real dark, real black, and had a big booty and everything like that. And so people would look at her and judge her, you know what I'm saying, just off of her look alone, you know. And even still they used to call her Shorty and Blackie. So my strength came from my mama. She didn't care what nobody said about her. She didn't care what nobody, you know, how nobody felt. She knew she was beautiful. She knew she was strong. She knew she smelled good, and she knew she kept money in her pocket. And that's what she always used to say, Kaisha, it don't matter. She like, I don't care what nobody say. They can't say I don't got no money. She like, they can't say my house ain't clean. I ain't got my own house. She had her own everything, you know. So that's where that came from. And as I got older, that was something that just stuck with me. Like, no matter what, you make sure that your ass clean. You know what I'm saying? You got your own. They can say whatever they want to say, you know.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Yes, it was.
I love
That was
that.
good.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
what about you, Miss Blazing Peace? Where do you derive your strength from? And who was an example of incomparable strength for you to follow in your journey of life?
Besides God, my mama.
Mm-hmm.
My mama, it didn't matter what it was. She just had a heart of gold. She would do any and everything for anybody. It didn't matter. She could get the clothes off her shirt off her back, the shoes off her feet. She'll feed you. I don't care what it was. If you got to go somewhere, she got you. It don't matter. If you was having a down day, she always had something positive to say, but she didn't play because she always kept it real. She was like, don't wear your feelings on your sleeve around me because I'm going to say what I got to say. Even though she was a little bitty old thing, but she carried a lot of weight.
Okay, look at us with our little bitty old mamas.
Yeah.
With our little bitty old mamas.
Yes, but she wasn't no joke. I mean, man. I mean, she was the one. That's where I got it from. That's it. And that's awesome. All. My mama.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And for me, the person who I derived my strength from and who was a great example in my life was my grandmother. For me, it was my grandmother. My grandmother was my mother. She was a very, very she was like the strong silent type, you know what I'm saying? But when she meant business, she meant business. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I derive strength from my grandmother because she was just a loving, beautiful woman. She always showed us nothing but love. And even when my mom was, you know what I'm saying, in her whatever, she still showed love and you know, care towards her. She never showed any like differences. And if she did her say something or do something that she knew offended, she would do her best to try to, make up for it. Even though she always didn't do it in the right way, maybe she would try to like buy something or something like that. But it still was just the thought that count, and knowing that I just love my granny. So that's
too. My
mine.
granny too. Look, I said my granny too. Look at me. I said my granny too, because I was named after her. The 74 grandkids, because she's a strong little lady too.
Yeah,
I think that's where my mama got hers from, and it just trickled on down to my mama.
that's right. All right, and so the second question that I'll ask a lighthearted question and see if we can get some more people to come in. Because today I also wanted to talk about, today I thought, since we're talking about Titanium Thursday and, uncomparable strength, I felt that we should be able, since last week we went around the round table and we told everybody what we thought their strength or what was good about them or what we admired about them. So I figured that because we're not just an uplifter, but we're also a truth teller to each other too. So sometimes we have to, critique and give hard truths to people, and we should be able to do that in love. So I felt that today, being Titanium Thursday, we could do that, give a little hard truths. And I wanted to ask everybody, okay, we got somebody, iridescent star, coming in. Here we go.
Come on, the iridescent.
Hey, iridescent star, welcome in. Thank you for joining. We are having Titanium Thursday. Today we are talking about the strength of a woman. And yes. So welcome in. Thank you. Since you just came in, I'll ask you the first question because we just got done asking the first question. So I'll ask the first question. The first question is, where do you derive strength from, and who was an example of incomparable strength for you to follow in your journey of life?
I draw strength from source, from God, and my granny, and my mom, and my other mom, and my aunties, for sure.
Amen. Thank you. And I left out the automatic, but of course I draw strength from him and everything too. But my grandmother, was just like, man, she was such a profound person for me. Like I just, like, I know that she's my angel, she's my spirit guide, she's still with me even up in heaven, so I apologize, Lord, I'm not putting her above you, but
I love that. And then we got 2 grandmamas and 2 mamas, okay? 2 mamas and 2 grandmamas, okay? That's titanium. That's Titanium Third part. Come on, Miss Nash, you doing
right?
Yes, it is. I like that.
Thank you. Okay, so what I was just saying right before you popped in is that I'm glad you came in, because this exercise will work a lot better with now that it's more of us. I was saying that because last week we went around the round table and we all gave each other a pull up, and we all told each other what we felt was their, a strength, or what was the great about each other. And so I figured, because today's saying that today is Titanium Thursday, and let me tell you what titanium is, just in case you don't know. Titanium is a highly resistant metal that is highly resistant to chemical attack and has the highest strength to weight ratio of any metal. These unique properties make it suitable for a wide range of applications. I went in more depth earlier, and when you do the playback, you'll find out what different areas that they use titanium in. But basically, it's the strongest metal out there. Nothing can scratch it, break it, tarnish it, any of that. So what I was saying, by today being Titanium Thursday, I figured since last week we were able to give each other, I don't want to say kudos, or we weren't, like blowing nobody's horn, but at the same time, if we're able to give each other a pull up, we should also be able to hear hard truths and, other opinions about where we may be lacking in areas, and because that's also done out of love, and we need to know those areas as well. Hold on, we got Infinitely Abundant jumping in. Come on. Yes.
Girl,
Love it.
This is
welcome.
about to be the bar. I'm just so excited. I'm sitting here like, come on with this. Let's see where we going with this. Okay.
Right. I'm waiting
Okay.
too. I'm like,
Welcome
wow,
in,
okay.
Miss Infinitely Abundant. Thank you for tapping in. Today
Hey,
is Titanium Thursday. Hello,
okay,
hello. How are you?
indestructible. I'm great.
Yes, thank you. And since you just popped in, we just get started. Never late, always on time. Okay.
Okay,
So let me hit you with the first question that I asked everybody else. My
okay.
first question said, where do you derive your strength from? And who was an example of uncomparable strength for you to follow in your journey of life?
Whoa. My strength comes from my heart, and I mimicked a lot of things after my mom. Yeah,
Oh, come on, man.
her
Right.
stick to itiveness through a lot of life's challenges and just being a woman and mother and a woman and black. You know.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
It is.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. That was
Yes.
beautiful. So we have 3 mothers and 2
And
grandmothers.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm so glad that you just popped in because, again, we were just getting ready to get to the next question. And I was saying that last week we went around the table and everybody told everybody what they felt was great about them or what we saw that we felt was, a person's growth or whatever like that. And by
Mm-hmm.
today being Titanium Thursday, and I'll give you a quick synopsis of what titanium is. It's basically a highly resistant to any chemical attack, and it has the highest strength to weight ratio of any metal. They use these properties to make a whole bunch of wide ratio of applications. So it's the strongest metal out there. It can't be scratch resistant, breakable, unbreakable, all of that. So
Mm-hmm.
today, because we're talking about the strength of a woman, this
Come
is our
Okay.
on.
strength.
Yeah,
This
I
this is
love
our
that. That's
yes.
beautiful.
We
I
talking about
love
the
it.
Wow.
strength of a woman and how we are out there, do
She is
man,
pretty.
we do a wide range of things, right?
Things.
So we
Mm-hmm.
got the ancestral goddess right here, the warrior goddess to remind us of
Okay.
our titanium strength. Okay. So
Yes, I love
I
that.
figured since today is that we're talking about that we should be able this week to be able not also to take the good things that people have to say about us, but sometimes we have to accept the hard truths and hard criticisms and
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, opinions from others if it's done in love, so that only to build us to make us, what I'm saying, stronger and better, correct? So I want to ask each of you, and I also have something that I have for each of you. I will we're kind of going to play the same game that we played last week. So my thought was that I would say, what area of observation do you feel blank? So each of you will be able to pick somebody, and say what you feel they need, what area they need to either focus more on, or they can or should focus their attention to for continued growth and opinion and improvement. So basically, I said, ask each person to critique one another and give constructive criticism. And because we've all been around each other in the group for over a year, fully engaging, we should be able to honestly give, constructive criticism and advice for each of us to know where we think that we should improve. So I will start. I've already written kind of like how it wants to go, and then I'll pick the first person and you can go like that. So I will start with answering about where I can feel what I feel I can improve for myself. For myself, I feel that I can improve my negative self-talk and second guessing myself on situations that I incur, because I'm seeing with it's like the things that are being unraveled and that's going through. I was already aware of, but I doubted myself, and I allow others to uh, pour into me negativity to make me doubt what I already knew. And what I'm saying, that is not healthy. So that's one thing for me. Okay, so now for you, Miss Kathy, I feel that you should utilize your intercessory gifts more often in the group. I feel that you should share more of how you overcome your obstacles and found yourself closer to God. Like I feel like that's something that you can improve by doing that a lot more. And lovely iridescent star, I feel that you should assert yourself more and make your voice heard more. Sometimes you shirk away from providing your opinion and you allow others to overtalk you in the group. So I think that, you know what I'm saying, that's something that you could kind of like improve on, because you definitely have, good advice and sound things that need to be heard and shared more often. For you, Miss Kai, I feel that you should learn to accept and ask for help more often and stop being so self-reliant. Yes, ma'am. That's what I feel for you. That you know what I'm saying. You should learn to accept and ask for help more, because you don't have to carry the burden all the time. You know what I'm saying. It's okay to open yourself up. Okay, and lovely, last but not least, Miss Infinitely Abundant. I feel that as you as well need to start sharing more with the group about, you know what I'm saying, what you feel because of your journey with having experience with not just the spiritual side but the church side too. Share more about the struggle with that and where you found balance and were able to, you know what I'm saying, on your journey, tap in and also get closer to God. Like, more of that needs to be shared and talked about, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, because you too have a lot to share, you know what I'm saying, but you sometimes kind of shirk away and don't voice your opinion as much. So those are my critiques. And then I choose you, Miss Abundant, to choose somebody next and go ahead with
Wow.
Right.
Right. Over here, like, go ahead. Miss ran a card without a card.
Okay.
That was nice. That was
awesome. It really was, and really on point. And I feel, even though this is an exercise that was given, I don't know the follow up after that.
Right.
I don't know. I can say for myself. I can speak for myself and say that to take the baton of what you just said. I am getting that a lot just in my quiet time about just sharing more, just in general. But it's like the setup of it all. Like, doesn't even have to be a setup. You could just push record and just talk. It don't have to be. I talk myself out of doing things because it's not how I think it should be in my mind, and there's no way to be other than you just recording yourself talking, and the words that you speak, like, what you just did, will vibe with who it needs to vibe with. There's no like
that video when you just did on TikTok that said, did you put deodorant on today?
Yeah.
And then she said, cause I didn't put deodorant on. And I said, God, what? Oh God.
So now in that sun, you start feeling a little like, what's going on here? But yeah, that's true. And that is me just, doing what I'm talking myself out of. So I would just say to everyone, because to follow Miss Hermione, Dr. Hermione,
right.
Professor, I don't want to do anyone an injustice. Can I just say to everyone?
No. Come on. You don't have, that's not the exercise, guys. I want you guys to participate and find one thing. It doesn't, whatever it may be, even if it's change your earrings, add more lipstick. I don't know, but yeah, come on.
Okay. I don't. All right.
You don't say change your earrings.
Okay, Miss Blazing Peace. you're a beautiful, kind soul. I honestly, even though you're right that we do fully engage, if you could just put a rose in your hair, in your bonnet, or whatever you have on your head when you come in, a flower,
Okay,
even if it's picked out of the tree, don't have to be one you purchase.
Yeah.
Um,
I can do that.
Oh, okay.
I would change
um,
this up. I would look. I would change this up right now.
listen, I love that.
I would change it up.
See, I was
Right
I was
now.
trying to keep you. I was trying to keep in a way of come as you are, and just add
Look.
a little razzle dazzle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Come on, baby. Come on with it. Come on.
Right.
Here we go.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Take that bonnet
Yes,
off. That's all you got. That's all you got
Yeah.
to do.
Come
but you're
on.
still welcome with the
Come
bonnet
on,
if
girl.
that's what you choose to do. Um, Miss Iridescent Star. Find reasons to laugh more. I don't know. Um, don't take yourself so seriously all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yes. Yes, I
Um,
agree.
uh,
Girl, here we just up in here, soul sister, and kept growing together.
Yes.
Right.
yes.
That's good though.
Um, Miss Everlasting. I can't say smile more than you already smile. Um, let me come back. Let me come back. I'm really trying to just go with because I did hear that smile more, but it's like maybe this is smile more in your quiet time. Maybe it's
Mm.
beyond. Because if that's what I heard, that's what I heard to smile
Right.
more. Maybe it has more to do with your behind the scenes, not on the
Mm-hmm.
phone, not on TikTok. Um, yeah, smile more. Even when no one's watching.
That's right.
Uh, and Professor Harmoni's the messenger of light. Um, trust yourself more. Trust your voice and what you hear, and don't be
Yes, ma'am.
afraid. Don't be afraid.
I dig that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
Okay.
that.
I
All
love
right.
that.
And who do you want to choose to go next?
I'll choose Miss Iridescent Star to go next.
All right.
All right, all right. I appreciate all the love and
Yeah.
constructive criticism. I definitely will take it to heart, and I'm improving currently as we speak. So for myself, um to start off, definitely get back on sitting on business because I've been slacking lately and falling back into old habits. So be mindful, practice my mindfulness more as things change around me. Remember the things that I'm striving for. And so that's the area I can definitely focus on in this season, in addition to the other things. And for one thing I'm doing that I would say for all of us is to invest in ourselves more. All of us, not just investing in us spiritually, but also investing in ourselves financially and investing in ourselves physically. Um,
Yes.
the same attention that we put in with our studying, our meditation, and bringing ourselves balance and peace, we also need to financially invest in ourselves by putting away money for our dreams and to fund the things that we know that is coming. So if that means give God 10% and the God in you 10%, or if God say this go round, the 10% needs to be put away for the task and the passions that I've set for you to do. And if God has put on your heart that you're the church, to put away your 10% for the house of God and the passions that we have to do, then do that. If that means to put away 10% for another place and then 10% for you, the God in you, then do that. And then also physically, to invest in ourselves with moving our body, daily eating food that's living. So whether that's, something that's raw food, apples or fruits and vegetables that hasn't been cooked, something
Yes.
that hasn't been heated, fruits are the easiest ones. But there are vegetables that we can eat that don't require us heating them up. Break more into those. And then
Yes.
so I give that to all of us.
Okay.
All right.
You the ones
Okay.
before me been hitting.
Yes,
Y'all
that's
been
good.
hitting too.
I received
Y'all been
that.
hitting.
Good.
I said,
Yes.
I received that
okay,
too.
okay, message received. And so
Received.
that is definitely for all of us in those three areas that I am feeling that we all need to do in this season so that we can get prepared for what it is that's to come. Because the time
Yes.
to prepare for the rain is not when it's raining. That's not the best time to buy. It's best to do it in the dry seasons when, we can put a little and go ahead and get them rain boots. Go ahead and get the umbrella and the raincoat now so that we know that when it does start raining and the blessing starts pouring down, we're prepared for it. And so.
Most
Yes.
indubitably. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And who do you
Yay!
choose next?
I choose. Who do I choose? I choose Blazing Peace.
Yay.
I choose.
Yay. Come on with it, Miss Blazing P.
She
Okay.
comes out some. I knew it was coming.
I knew it. I knew it. Because I see that face like, I choose. And she go like, yeah. Okay. I accept that challenge. Let me see. As far as for me, yes, I do. I do need to speak up. I do need to share more. Yes, I do. Stop worrying about being judged. That's my issue. But I'm getting better at it because I'm working on it. I'm working on that.
Yes, you are.
For Miss Iridescent Star, I'm still waiting on that book. I can't wait till it hit. Come on, put that on out. I'm waiting on it. I had to go rewatch the TikTok just to hear it over again. Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Miss Kai, I'm waiting on my second deck of tags. I'm waiting on them.
Thank you.
I'm waiting on them. I know they're to make it. They coming. They coming.
Yeah.
They
I
coming.
said they gonna be there. Just give me another 30 days. I'm working on it. 4 days.
And Miss Harmony, the Messenger of Light. Come on with that website so I can promote you on my stuff too. So
Yes,
we can
ma'am.
get you out there in the world too. Because I promote everybody.
That's right.
Yeah. And Miss If Abundant, girl, don't stop making them videos you be making. You need to make some more. Yeah. Because you be speaking some stuff. I be catching them. And they be really, really well worth listening to. And they do stop your tracks and make you listen. It really does.
I'm definitely going to do that.
Yes, ma'am. That's it. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. That was beautiful. And who will you pick next?
Miss Everlasting.
All right. Last but never least, Miss Everlasting. Come on with it, honey.
Okay, my turn. Okay, Kaisha. Kaisha. I'll say. I need to be more consistent, and financial. I need to be more finance. And be more in my money, be more in my bag, and be more in, like what Alicia was saying, that saving, that was just right there. I'm like, girl, I be saying that. It's like, because every time I get it, it be like, doop, 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 doop. And then, and then I keep hearing like, you touch everything. So it's really, and so I have to not be hard on myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the things that I do is over millions and billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I touch, but it just feels Like every time I do it, it's like, do you get this and do this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on this, and I know when God give it for me, it's gonna be real big, not small, because the things that I'm getting right now, it's like that, you know what I'm saying? So just saying that I need to be more worthy of even savings in my money, and consistent with my products, and consistent with promoting my own self, because I'm good at promoting
Yes.
and giving out love, and I need to more promote my own self, you know, because I'm really amazing, like stupid, like amazing. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
you are. Yes, you
You
are.
are. You are.
Thank you. Thank y'all. So that's me. So let's go. All right, let's see what my beautiful lady. And that was so silly. I'm like, I don't have nothing. So I got something. I gotta find something. Kaisha, get something. Miss I am abundant. Miss infinitely abundant. I love you. And you got the, like Miss Kathy Brown said, get out more. You know what I'm saying? I want you to do more, even like lives and stuff. You know what I'm saying? People should see you, even if you ain't saying nothing. When you say something, when you just turn it on, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm everything that we really saying to each other, we saying to ourselves. You know what
Yes,
I'm
we
saying?
are.
That's
Yes, we
really
are.
real.
You saying this
Mm-hmm.
and we saying this. This is me talking to me. This was a great exercise, Miss Nash. I love
Mm-hmm.
this. Okay, so yeah,
Thank you.
Miss I am abundant. That's what I got for you. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Let the world see your shine. You know what I'm saying? You are a
Yes.
light. You say stuff even when you don't know you saying stuff. You always saying something. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yes.
Yes, you
Okay,
are. Yes.
Alicia, my Alicia, and iridescent star. You is an iridescent star. I just feel like that's even for you too. You know what I'm saying? And you know, don't be so hard on yourself. Be more, even though, you know, we talk about that confident. I want you to be confident in every area, everything that you touch confident in. You know what I'm saying? Your sprays, your be nothing. You know what I'm saying? Put that and keep that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got unlimited streams of income. Everything you want, you know what I'm saying? It come like that. So you
Mm-hmm.
push that too, you know what I'm saying? Because you really great on everything. You great on chartings, managing, girl. You wonderful on time management. You know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? You can manage your time and do videos and show. You know what I'm saying? Put some
Yes.
pictures up. Do the photographer. You know what I'm saying? Do what your heart tell you to do, and don't give up on that part. You know what I'm saying? You my girl. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Nat Harmony, the messenger of light. Yo, okay. Let me see. Yeah, you gotta push out more. You gotta be more, girl. This butter right here is everything. You know what I'm saying? What you
Right.
Thank
got,
you.
you gotta be more consistent with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Being
Yes.
more
Mm-hmm.
consistent with your and even when you out there being confident in what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? And don't let nothing deter you. Don't let no distractions. You know, sometimes you will
Yes.
distraction take you motherfucking, you done went 20 steps up and one distraction take you 42 steps back. You
Amen.
know what I'm
Thank you.
saying?
I received that
I
truth.
want you to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? If anything come,
Yes.
don't just sweep shit under the rug. Address it and then come on back, back, back. You know what I'm saying? And get up.
Yes. Yes.
Want that. Oh,
Thank you. I love that. Yes.
welcome. Thank you. I love that.
I
Miss
receive all
Kathy
that.
Brown. Miss
Uh-oh.
Kathy Brown.
Okay, all right.
You love helping people, you know what I'm saying? So I want you to do some more, do videos too, and show yourself. And like Ms. Nash said, tell your story. You know what I'm saying? Your name is supposed to be known, Kathy Brown. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to do what you do, even when you be cooking. Put some video, put a lot of more with your food and stuff
Yes.
like that. You know
Because
what
I
I'm saying?
love a good recipe. Yes,
You know what
please.
I'm saying? Yes, you can do some videos up and how you cook it, how you fix it, like that. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
show yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you be doing with your video. Show you are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Not only do you get this, you get that. Shit, you can hear my word. Maybe you want to, share a word or something. If you even want to give a message, do a message like even if I felt like daily message, give a word or something to somebody. And like she said, share your word like that. Okay, that's it. That's
Oh, I receive
Thank
all that.
you, beautiful ladies. That was awesome. We did a great job. I
Oh,
love
Yeah.
that
that.
was
I
nice.
love that. And before we
Yeah.
wrap up this exercise, I just want to announce my beautiful ladies that didn't tap in, because I have a pull up for y'all if y'all happen to go back and check this video. For you, my beautiful Iris, my beautiful queen, I feel that you need to practice more self-discipline. Meaning that you should come up with some type of schedule of 2 days a week where you're surviving only on willpower. And you know what I'm talking about. That message is directly for you, sweetheart. Practice more self-discipline. And for my girl, Liddy Peach, I feel that you should get more in depth with your answers to the questions of the group. When you do pop into the group, you know what I'm saying, and you come in, I know that you have a busy work schedule, and you have your baby and everything like that. And even if you go back and just happen not even to jump in the group, but you go back and look at the videos and you answer the questions to the whatever's posed, get a little more in depth with even just yourself, not only with just us, but more in depth period in when the answers to the questions that we pose in the group. And my beautiful, loving Queen Tawana, this is what I have for you. I know that you also have a work heavy schedule, but I need you to attend more regularly, because your advice is often greatly missed and your prayers are deeply needed. So this is what I have for you, Miss Queen Tawana. I love your beautiful soul. Please try to tap in and join more regularly, because we need you to be the host of GTTW. So that's what I have for you, Miss Queen Tawana. Thank you. Love y'all.
Yes.
Okay, so for the next exercise, I want to ask a lighthearted question now. And that question is, what was your dream job or career goal as a kid? And did you want to go to college? I'll start off with the first answer. And my dream job as a kid, I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer because I wanted to help people. I'm good at debating, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like to argue a lot. So I felt, and I always want to, help out the underdog. So I wanted to be a lawyer. And yes, I did want to go to college. I wanted to go to a Black college. So that's the answer to that question. And I will pose to you first, Miss Kai. What was your dream job or career goal as a kid, Miss Everlasting, excuse me, and did you want to go to college?
Oh yes. Even when I never had a dream job really. When I was growing up, it wasn't nothing really that I ever wanted to be. I just wanted to get out of school. And then I decided like a little bit like I wanted to be a lawyer too. When I went to high school, they had like this class, this law class or something. Oh, I was amazing in it. Then we did something with the city of Chicago, baby. I had straight A's and whatever they said I had got in a little record book. I was like, oh, I want to be a lawyer. I got the scholarship and everything, but I didn't go. I got like a year scholarship for the downtown lawyer, but then I was like, it's gonna take all that long to get that. I was like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking how long it was gonna take, and I was thinking about that, and I'm like, that ain't really what I want to do. And I did go to college. I got an associate's degree in computer network engineering, but I've always, and I didn't really even like computers that much, but I loved computers once I went, I love the networking part, like connecting one computer to a next and, the configuring and the touching part, like that. But I always wanted to go to a sorority. I wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? That was something that I wanted to do, but I didn't do. So that's it.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome.
Thank
Thank you. And what about you, Miss Infinitely Abundant? Did you have a dream job or career goal as a kid, and did you want to go to college?
No, a lot like Kai. I just like to help people. I never had, I just always remember saying that I wanted to carry a briefcase and have bad shoes, meaning good shoes.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's the only thing. It never really was like a thing. But I did really identify with that. As soon as you said that lawyer thing, I felt like, yeah, I did. And maybe that's where the briefcase and the shoes came in at.
Right.
But there's not like one thing that that I saw myself wanting to be. I just like to help people. I did not, though I did go to college. I never wanted to, like, as a a teenager or whatever. I never like was not something that I aspired to do. Though I have been to college. I don't know. It's just I felt like school was like choking me. I don't know. I just needed to be free.
Okay. I can dig it. I can dig it.
Yeah,
Thank
even
you.
going as an adult, it was great to experience as being older. By that time, I was married and stuff. Being in the class with people fresh out of high school, I was like, "What the heck am I doing?" But I did it, and yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah,
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
mhm, yeah.
What about you, Miss Iridescent?
Me, growing up, I always had wanted to do all the jobs, like different types of jobs. If I'm being
Mm,
anytime like friends would come over, because I grew up as an only child, but I have siblings here from my dad's side, and I never played. I had tons of dolls, but I was always like their hairdresser, their
mm,
teacher. I was the doctor. I was
mm.
the driver. I was all the other roles, but I was never their mama. And but I had
Uh-uh.
always the mom.
Okay.
And so she would be these would be her kids, and she would have to take them different places or whatever. And then I remember I had wanted to work with computers and work on computers, like actually like using the computer, not actually working on them.
Mhm.
Then I remember selling, different candy bars and stuff like that, and enjoying selling candy bars. Because I would go to the store to get the two. They would be like back then it was like 3 for $1, and then come back to school and sell them for $1 a piece. And so
Mhm.
that was always my thing. School has always learning. I've always liked learning. I remember before I tried to force my mom to take me to school because I saw all the big kids going up to the school. And so, and by that time I had already knew the Lord's Prayer, I knew how to count. I knew, I remember this memory. It was burnt in before. And I was getting ready to turn 5, but I'm a September baby. So of course they had a cutoff, but I didn't know. I just knew that I was tired of my pre-K, and I wanted to go to the real school with the big kids. And
Mhm.
literally they ended up turning me away. I had to stay another year, and I was like, but I know all the things.
I know all the things.
I remember that day because I was like, I know I can say my ABCs and I can count, and I know the Lord's Prayer is that not enough. And I was one of those overachievers growing up in high school and stuff. So going to college was definitely on my list. And
All right. All right.
when I graduated high school, it was with college with distinction. Unfortunately, I didn't know that my parents didn't have no money to send me to college, and I got a Hope Scholarship, but the scholarship wasn't gonna take into place until the second semester after proving yourself the first semester,
Mm.
and make it to my 4-year college. Over at that time, it was $2,000. Had they had
Wow.
2,000, been able to do it that way, but everything works in its own way. So then I ended up going to community college, and then dropped out. I got married and had my daughter and stuff like that. And then I finally finished my degree 2020. And
Come on.
went back to and
Come on.
yeah, so and before the pandemic happened, because it was during the pandemic, it was May 2020. And so I didn't get to walk across the stage. So I'm like, well, looks like I got to go back to school so I can actually walk across the stage. Um, so yeah, that's my story in a nutshell.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And what about you, Miss Blazing Peace?
I used to want to be Wonder Woman when I was
Yeah.
a kid.
Okay.
Wonder Woman.
I used to want to be Wonder Woman, baby. Don't play with me.
Come on.
I used to want to be. I thought she was the baddest chick that ever hit the front of the TV screen. I used to want to be Wonder Woman because she had that invisible car. She could go zoom, 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 go help everybody do her thing, say what she had to say, come back, and she was sitting there just chilling. She didn't break a sweat. I used to want to be Wonder Woman when I was a kid. I ain't gonna even tell no tale.
That's
I want to be
amazing.
Wonder Woman. I wanted to be Wonder Woman. When I was a kid, that was my dream, to be Wonder Woman.
Okay.
But I couldn't be Wonder Woman, so I learned how to help people other ways. So I did. I became a CNA, so I learned how to take care of people. I enjoy that. I enjoy that.
That's a superhero in itself.
Yeah, so I enjoy that so much. I did get my construction license. I did get that. I did go to college. I was a nerd in school, so yeah.
Okay.
And I used to be on the cheerleading.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Then I
Thank
used
you
to
for
think I
that.
could
Thank you
fly.
for that, ladies.
Oh,
Yes,
you said how somebody you think I can fly.
On the cheerleading team because I was the top of the pyramid. So when they throw me up, I was like, hey.
Yes.
I was close to Wonder Woman.
Wow.
No, you so you was Wonder Woman. You wanted to be Wonder Woman, and then you ended up being Wonder. Come on, that's good. That was good.
Okay. Awesome, ladies. So now I want to ask, let's check the time. Are we good on time? Yes.
Oh,
So I
Did
want
you
to get a
tell us
little
this?
heavy.
Oh, yeah,
You didn't tell us yours?
Yeah.
she started with.
Honey. That
I started with it. I said that my career job was the lawyer.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
did want
You
to go to
showed
college.
it.
I
Okay,
did
yeah,
right
you
out
did.
of
I'm
school,
sorry.
like high school. I didn't do college then, but I do have some college. I have some AA courses, but I didn't complete it. And
Yeah.
my drive changed as I got older. I ended up wanting to be a drug and alcohol counselor. So that's what I actually went to college for, but I didn't. I got stuck on the math. So that's the credits that's hold me up is the math credits. So I never finished. I have a certificate for alcohol and drug counseling, but I never finished the AA and BA part of it. So I do have some college. I just didn't complete it.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
okay.
That was good.
Okay. So the next question is going to be kind of a heavy question. But it's Titanium Thursday and we have this, this unsurmountable strength in us. So we can be able to take it. It's kind of a heavy question. It's a 4-part question. And even if you can't answer all 4, I'd like you to try to at least answer 2 out of the 4. So the question is, have you ever spoken a word curse over yourself unknowingly? And if so, what was it? Has it since been broken? And did you actually witness it play out during the course of your journey? So I can repeat it again if you guys need me to answer it again. And if I'll start off if you guys need time to think about, because I already have the answer for the question. You need time to think about the question.
Come on, Ms. Nash, give it to us.
Yeah, the question is, have you ever spoken a word curse over yourself unknowingly? If so, what was it? Has it since been broken? And did you actually witness it play out during the course of your journey so far? So the answer to the question for me, I do believe that I have spoken a word curse over myself unknowingly. And the word curse that I spoke over myself is that I was a teenage mother. I got pregnant at 14 and had my daughter at 15. And when I was pregnant, my grandmother, she was like real disappointed. And she said to me, the first one is a mistake. The second time, you know what you're doing, or something to that effect, basically, right? So I had said, like, I don't want to have no more kids until I get married. And consequently, I have only one child, which is my one daughter. I have no more. I was never able to have conceived any other children after that. I've had several, been to fertility clinics, all these tests, That's why I ended up having weight loss surgery, because my husband didn't have any children. And I've always wanted to have another child. And now, after I had the weight loss surgery, basically now they're telling me that, I was like 44, 45 at the time. They're trying to say that I'm in menopause. So basically my body has failed me on there, telling me that I can never have a child naturally. So I feel that I spoke a word curse on myself in regards to that, you know what I'm saying? That I unknowingly stopped myself from being able to reproduce further. And now I will never be able to have the opportunity to see that, in fruition, unless I do like, artificial insemination or something like that. But So the question to the 4-part answer was, the first one is the thing about me saying that what I said about when I was pregnant with my daughter. I said what it was. Has it since been broken? No, it has not been broken, because I haven't had a period in over almost 2 years. So I no longer have any periods, and yeah, so that's that. And did you actually witness it? Yes, I did actually witness it in the course of my journey. So I'll pose the question now to I'll give it to you, Miss Blazing Peace, if you don't mind. Could you please share with us? If you need me to repeat the question, you can I can do that for you.
Yes, please.
Okay. The question was, have you ever spoken a word curse over yourself unknowingly? If so, what was it that you spoke? Has it since been broken, the word curse that you spoke? And did you actually witness this curse play out during the course of your journey so far?
Ooh. Ooh. Let me see. I don't believe I ever spoke a word curse over myself. No. 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 No, I haven't. Look, I have to
That's
think
good.
about my. No, I
Okay.
haven't. I haven't. No. No.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad.
No. I've always spoke positive stuff. I try to keep positive stuff, but then I slack up and start talking to myself negatively. But I never spoke a word curse over myself. No.
Okay.
Not that I can
Thank you for
remember.
sharing. And what
Okay.
about you, Miss Iridescent Star?
Oh.
This
Would
one
you
hit.
like me to repeat the question?
Nah, I got
Okay.
Now I got my answer.
got my answers. The first time I remember speaking the word curse of my life, I was 9, and I had said I wish I was never born. And that was the first time I recall now of having suicidal thoughts. And because I just was like, everything was just horrible, and at 9. And just a lot of stuff was just not going the way that I felt like 9 should feel, if that makes
Right.
sense. And I was like, I just wish I was never born. Everybody else's life would be so much easier, because there was so much stuff that I wanted to do and couldn't. There wasn't the resources for it. My mom didn't have the capacity for it. She was going through her own mental dealing with and surviving through mental illness, schizophrenia and bipolar and depression and mania, and hearing God actually speak, and then hearing other things. And so we went on a lot of adventures, and it was just like, it'd be just so much easier if I was just never born. And I would visit, my dad, and their life was just like interesting. It was a 180. But it was also not perfect either, because they had my sister, and then she was a tyrant, and just a whole bunch of stuff. So at 9, just one of those things, like, it was like, maybe life would be better if I just was never born. Everybody else would be happy, and then I wouldn't be making everybody's life so difficult. And then I grew up. My grandma kind of helped me process a whole bunch of stuff. I would go and stay with my granny for a while. And finally, by the time I had turned 15 or 16 is when I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna live with my grandma. And so I had just backed me up a little bag and went to stay with my grandma and would go to school from her house. I didn't know at the time she was sick, but she was like, well, honey, what you want to really do? So I was like, I want to go live with my dad, or if my dad take me in, then I'll go live with my uncle in Alabama. And so that's how I got to Georgia. Either way, that whole thing, I thought I was fine after that, after I was starting to, do my own thing. And I had left Florida. But then it came back after I had my baby and I had got married. And I didn't know I was going through postpartum depression, but my husband was cheating on me, and I never had wanted kids. And we had that discussion. And when I had found out I was pregnant, I was like, well, if this is what it's supposed to be, that's what it is, whatever. And have the baby throughout the whole pregnancy, just absolutely horrible. And afterwards, on Thanksgiving Day 2005 is when I went to go commit suicide, because life was just too much, and nothing was just going the way I had dreamed for it to go. And I didn't remember that until that whole situation. But I didn't want my daughter to grow up, without a mom, and definitely not with his family or my family. So I had to stay. And,
So that's what I have to say, okay?
Yes.
And so through the process of being a mom and trying my best to make sure that her life was okay, and not have ever feel that feeling of not wanting to be here because she didn't ask to be here. I could have made the decision and been like, you just come at another time, send your little spirit back to heaven, and come when I'm ready. But I didn't choose to, I went ahead, she was here, we worked it out. And so since then, throughout life and all the ups and downs of life, and from 2005, that moment, there have been times where it's been real dark, but I never found myself going back to that place. And I feel very thankful and grateful to have healed from that, not wanting to be here and wanting to live my life to the fullest and live my best life and my best active life, and to empower other women that, we have our hills and valleys, but there is life to be lived here. And not the reset button. And so I have come to that conclusion through other people, leaving Earth, because about 2 years after I moved here, my granny died, and I was like, I should have stayed in Florida instead of moving here. And then my mom ended up passing in 2011. But I was thankful that she came and lived with me, and I was able to take care of her as an adult, even though I took care of her as a kid too. But I was able to a couple of years before, she just died out of all of a sudden. But she had went back to Florida at that point. And even my Ani's father, my husband, ex-husband or whatever, he died in 2017. So it was a lot of other shit happening. And I'm just like, each one of those times I'm thinking, well, I'm thankful to be here, and I can remember those people, and their life and their spirit will continue on. I can remember them, but I'm thankful and grateful to be here in this timeline, present now. And I'm so thankful and grateful that I didn't hit the reset button, and I did just call it quits, whether at 9 or in 2005 at 21, 22, whatever. And so those are the things I've learned. I've learned that I have broken that curse that I spoke over.
Yes.
I doubled down on, I do want to be here. There's so much for me to do here, to the point where I'm like, I'm going to be one of those people who live to be a centurion. So I've doubled down on how much I'm thankful and grateful to be here now in this season, in this timeline, at this point. And so many signs and so many things, and God has just shown me so much and has truly been there for me, like those footsteps in the sand, to the point where like, I know I'm supposed to be here, no matter if I, try to, but that curse has been broken, and so many other generational curses as well, through me alone. And I'm thankful for that, and I'm grateful to have been the person to break them, because it seems like I may have been the only one to do it, and accept the challenge, and I take responsibility. And
I just want to thank you so much for your transparency, for your honesty, for your tears. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, because that's what today is about. showing the strength of a woman. Titanium Thursday. No matter what, I'm unbreakable. I'm unchangeable. I'm unmovable. I'm planted. I'm here. I rise. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for sharing that beautiful story. I really, truly appreciate that. And I'm so glad that you were able to, you know what I'm saying, change and divert that energy, you know what I'm saying, into a positive. What was meant for evil, God turned it out for good, you know what I'm saying. And you do have that powerful testimony, and you can save, and you are here, you know what I'm saying, to save someone else, you know what I'm saying, that's still stuck in that rut, in that dark place, you know. So thank you for that. I appreciate you so much. Miss Kai, it's your turn. Do you need me to repeat the question, or do you still have it?
No, I'm good, girl. Alicia, I love y'all. Thank you for sharing. Thank y'all, Miss Nash, because I'm over here like, girl, I'm like, how where you gonna go now? Where you gonna go in your, I well, the word curse that I broke was similar to Alicia's when I went like, but when my mom passed away, it was real hard for me. And I didn't think I was gonna get out of that slump, even in my head, and I ain't want to be here for a long time. That's how I ended up meeting y'all and everything like that, because I was really messed up in my head, The hard part was feeling like I was real alone, you know what I'm saying? And like Miss Nash saying, like, you gotta feel like you need, people can help you. But the word curse that I broke, the word curse that I put over myself was that that I wasn't gonna ever get out of this. Even with my mama, I feel like I'm supposed to say, ever get out of this bad relationship that I was in. The relationship that I was in 13 years, and I used to say, this nigga gonna kill me leaving, you know what I'm saying, when this is over with. And I broke that. That's when, that was really something hard for me. That took me into suicidal thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I didn't think that I was gonna ever get away from him, and we weren't gonna ever be apart. And I thought I was gonna forever deal with this and accept this. And I kept saying, this nigga gonna kill me. But the word curse was, I broke, and I'm still living, And then when my mama, I said I was ready to go. When she left, it was nothing left for me. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it was over. So I'm like, well, this is it. And God said, nope, this ain't it. So I'm still here. So I done broke two out of the double bubble real good. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't want to be here. Now I'm here.
Yes, thank you. That was great. Thank you, God. Thank you for your transparency too. Like, for real, these stories need to be shared, because I feel that it's a lot of people that really be suffering in silence, you know what I'm saying? And they are stuck in their heads, they stuck in their thoughts, they stuck in their feelings, stuck, you know what I'm saying, and don't know how to get themselves or climb themselves, or even know, you know what I'm saying, how to just speak out to ask for the help, So I feel like these stories, and y'all openness and the honesty, and you know what I'm saying, just the beautifulness and the beautiful tragedy of it all still turn to a greater glory, you know what I'm saying? So thank y'all for sharing so much. I appreciate that. Miss Infinitely Abundant, last but never least, ma'am, do you have anything to share with us in regards to the question?
Yes. One thing, a song came to mind when everybody was sharing their answering the questions, and it's a song called "Life Is a Beautiful Mess."
Londrell, yes.
By Londrell,
Yes.
And it always reminds me, like, even that it's a song called "Grateful" by Walter Hawkins. So many songs that, like, we have to experience the things that don't feel good in order to appreciate the things that do. And in the midst of the things that don't feel good, we always, I'm not going to say always, because that's an indefinite word. A lot of times we feel like you don't see the end, you know, the end of the tunnel, or it's so far away. It's like a pin drop, you know, seems impossible, but not knowing that every moment is a step closer to that pin drop, you know. But in our minds, it seems so far away, but the living part is what I like to say, just keep swimming. That part brings us closer and closer to now. We done made it out of the tunnel, didn't even realize we was out of the tunnel until we look back like, oh shoot, like how far that tunnel is away, you know, because we are just called to like do the everyday things. It doesn't always have to be like.
And that's funny that you say that, because even like how you say how you said this, when we can't see a way out, God, I'm learning and I'm seeing this is what the reason what led me to ask this question, because I didn't finish my whole story because I didn't want to take up from everybody else's, but I'm being able to see in my journey now that even when I think that is impossible, the impossible is always possible. You know what I'm saying? And it's always something going on in the background, or it's always a more bigger plan or something else in the midst working, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes. And when I be so woe is me or so distraught, you know what I'm saying, I need to have more faith and just understand that I'm being sharpened for a reason. All of this is for me to get to whatever purpose God has for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I shared that I only have the one daughter, but my daughter has I just found out this week that I'm now a new grandmother. So my daughter, I have four grandchildren, but I now have a fifth granddaughter. So now I have three granddaughters and two grandsons. Thank you. But all my grandchildren are in foster care. She has no custody. She doesn't have custody of any of them. So when I got this phone call out the blue on Tuesday, I wasn't even going to answer the phone. And also my daughter has been missing for like 6 or 7 years, but I just been praying like God just bring her back. I even said it in groups before here. I mentioned about my daughter and, you know, the universe bringing her back to me. And so this is kind of the way that she has come back. And the funny thing about it is that this new grandbaby, who's not even quite 3 months, her birthday is 2 days before my grandmother's birthday and 2 days after my aunt's birthday, which is my mom's youngest sister. So this new baby was born in January. So she's an Aquarius like my grandmother, and her birthday is January 19th, and my grandmother's birthday is January 21st, her heavenly birthday. That in itself was a sign. And then on the eclipse, I saw an angel in the sky the day before I got this phone call. That was another sign. You know what I'm saying? So all these things are being unveiled, and it's like I've been convicted about these babies being lost in the system and not, you know what I'm saying? I constantly always think about them, and it just hurts my heart because it's like, God, I wanted more. You didn't give me more. You giving her all these kids and she's not even taking care of it. But I'm not gonna complain because I wanted to know, you know what I'm saying, that my baby was alive, and this is confirmation of life. So I'm grateful for that. But it hurts me because now it's this little infant, and I already know they're gonna try to. I can't see another one being lost in the system like that, you know. So, but still, God is in the midst and in the works, because it wouldn't have been them people just contacting me out the blue. I haven't had no dealings with none of that for years. You know, my last grandchild is 7 years old, so it's been that long between her and the last child that she had. So, yeah, that's why I talked about that, because I you know, I still battle with that, and I have, you know, times where I'm like really effed up behind not being able to produce another child, especially a son, because I really wanted to have a son. You know, that was really hard for me to accept, like, you know, and to know that my body, you know, is what, like I
And
said,
that's
failure or
that's
whatever.
how
But
God.
even that is not necessarily a failure, you know?
Yeah,
Right.
because God does it in certain ways because we want it in another way, but God provides you in other ways, like being the birther of these business ideas. You are birthing those things. We want it in another way. You know what I'm saying? It's like he like, can you see it in this way? Can you see it as if you keep creating? You are a birther. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just because you ain't have it like that, well, you can't even pay attention. This is a greater way. You know what I'm saying? This is both of them is great, but just look at like the multiple choices. Like, and you that way he shows you the best of both worlds. Like you had a real baby, and now you can have all these babies. You know what I'm saying? And you
yeah,
want all these babies, and you ain't gonna have to hide no. You ain't gotta hide no stitches and no scars. You ain't gotta hide. You know what I'm saying? It's like
right,
those things. So don't let when you get to thinking that be like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought the same thing because I'm 40, and I ain't really, but I don't really be messing with nobody in the midst of to have no baby right now. You know what I'm saying? So I be even
right,
thinking like, I'm like, I ain't ever had a baby, I ain't ever had an abortion, I ain't ever had it, you know what I'm saying? And doctors, I'm all good on every area, you know what I'm saying? So my things is good. So it's just like I be like, well, and then Mother Queen ended up telling me one time I was thinking about it. I had it in my mind. I was saying it out loud, and I said it like a year or two ago. And she was like, Kaisha, but you look what God done got you. You give rebirth to people. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? She like, yeah, you might not have, like, girl, you wouldn't even be able to have. And my thought is, even when I think about a baby, I said, shit, if I would have had a baby, I wouldn't be able to do this. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I wouldn't be available for nobody because I'd be so stuck with my baby. I have to look at what God said. God, I could have had in past lives, I might have had plenty of kids if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about just in this lifetime. Maybe I had a whole bunch of them in this other lifetime, but in this lifetime, you ain't supposed to have that many because you got some shit you got to focus on to get you to the promised land. Because obviously we ain't made it to the promised land yet because we still here. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So it's like some
right.
things we ain't created, some things that we ain't did. So God, like I needed you to remove all those things that you thought you needed to show you that you didn't need none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And,
I
and
dig that.
and
Yes,
also
ma'am. Thank you.
keeping in our minds that these things that we desire are really earthly
Mm-hmm.
things. If things meaning the situations, not the people involved. But I forgot somewhere that talks about marriage and how it's I'm not gonna say it's better to be single, but the scripture says something like that because you can focus. Like if you're married now, you got to focus on earthly things and how to please your partner and keeping them interested and all that. And it's to be single is to be heavenly minded and to focus on the things of the spirit. So a
Mm,
lot of times, because we have these desires, because this is allegedly, they say the natural progression of a woman, but God is like, okay, that's what they say, but I have like what I see as greater plans for you because having you with these, children or the different things that we focus on that we don't have keeps you bound to the world, and,
yes.
and not to say that the plan, that the purpose of your life can't happen, it just time, it may take more time because you got to navigate being.
And y'all know what just made me feel? I'm sorry, cut this off. Let me say this. Y'all just made me feel so good. I love y'all so much. Because this is what I just felt in my spirit. Like, God said, only the strong women be married. Only a strong woman ever gets married. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm,
strongest women is the ones that he chooses to get married because they can handle earthly things and heavenly things. And I'm sitting here thinking,
yes.
and I sat here and think, and this is me. All four of y'all been married. You hear what I'm saying? Whether it's now or before. You hear what I'm saying? Whether you've been married now or you ever been married before. And look, what's the
Right.
odds of having little old me up in here with y'all? God is trying to tell
Tell
me.
you
Look,
something.
look, and
It's
then
coming.
I'm gonna add my little 2 cents in on some on a scientific level. When
Yes.
um our the messenger light, when you had her in your womb, as female beings on the earth, we are given all of our eggs at birth. Like literally, we're born with all the eggs we'll have, right?
Right.
So on a technicality, when you have her, she had all the ones that are there. So on an energetic level, they're still part of you too, you know.
Wait, say that again.
So all of our eggs, we have all the eggs we'll ever have from the moment we're born. We have all of our eggs, right?
Okay.
So grandchildren were already inside of you when you were pregnant with your daughter. And the same,
Wow.
we were in our grandmother's wombs when she was pregnant with our moms.
Right.
And so
Right.
and our grandmother also carried us too.
Ooh, Gabby
Wow.
Brown,
That's
look how
deep.
many eggs you
That's
had, girl, baby.
amazing.
Look
I
how many
love
eggs
that.
you done had, and then y'all done had babies have eggs, and ooh, your kids had kids, and Miss,
And that's
yeah.
why I feel such a strong connection, and it be like it tears my soul up, girl. And I'm like, you know,
Wow.
me and my sisters kind of coordinate for this baby, because even the last one, I really wanted to take him from her, but I didn't want to, do like how my mom did me and just, you know what I'm saying, try to just be overbearing and take, you know what I mean? But just like she's telling me now, oh, if you can walk away from him, you can walk away from your daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I can't. I still need to know where my child is. Like, they didn't even give me no information about her. I know that this baby is safe, but I don't know my daughter is safe. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing I can think of this baby was taken is because she has had some addiction issues. So that's where my mind is going about why they got this baby so quick, So it's like you go into the nurturing status, you know what I'm saying? So that makes sense to me what you said about that, because even the way my grandmother was with us, we're the only grandchildren. My other aunts, my mom's two sisters, they have no kids at all.
Wow.
So you know what I'm saying, the only grandchildren is me and my two sisters, which is the seed from my mother, which she's the oldest, but that was all the grandkids that obviously was supposed to be meant for my grandmother to have. So how you saying the lineage or whatever, the scientific part. So
That was good.
that's deep. I love that.
Wow, that was
Thank you for
deep.
sharing
That was
that.
real deep. So my
To
daughter
cover
took
them,
all my
pray
eggs.
for them the same way you've been doing, and for your daughter, you just continue to pray over them and love on them, because they are yours too. No matter
Yes.
where they are, you get what I'm saying? That
Right.
connection, love, they're still gonna know that love, because I always say, you know that saying from that one Helen Baylor song, I had a praying grandmother, right?
Yes.
My daughter just said that today.
Yes.
The name of Jesus, right?
Like,
So
what?
Who said
Come
that
on.
today,
that's Taylor
brother?
Baylor.
Tanya just said that today because of something I did that I can't remember what it was. Oh, I went out earlier. When I came back, I had given the baby a bath in the tub. The baby's tub was still in the kitchen sink. So usually, when she finishes washing him, I'll go behind her and finish letting the water out and wring out the rags and put them where they belong or whatever. So when I came back, she was asleep. Her and the baby was asleep, but the tub was in there. So I just did what I usually do. Like, I'm not, I didn't think about it. So when she came out the room, she's like, "Oh, thank you, Mom." And I didn't know what she meant because time had passed. So when we finally realized what she was talking about, the tub, and she said that I had a praying grandmother, because I keep doing things that like she forgot to do. You to say that is like, that's really good. That's really
That's
good.
cool.
Now for you to say that is really good. You know God is on the
I
move.
love it.
You see, I'm already taking heed to the notes. You said, go ahead and say what you gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. You see,
yeah.
that was right on time, girl. Come through with it. Yes. Come through with it.
I'm
Excellent.
still stuck at
I
I'm
love
still stuck
that.
at the first part. When
No.
you said what you said. I'm over here with my mouth sitting
See,
open like
normally
this.
I don't be saying, because all that stuff I have a whole bunch of interesting facts up here, and normally I just kind of keep them to myself, because when I was little, people, they're like, here she go again.
But that right there was deep.
Oh.
That was real deep,
And
because
I'm so
Welcome all
glad
back
that you
here.
did that, because this part of the segment here is just for you. And I'm glad you asserted yourself and you heard me and you received what I said, because I want to make sure that I get this poem that I wrote for you beautiful ladies and for all of our strong, beautiful ladies of GTTW.
Yeah.
And so before the thing go out, because I do have one more question, if we have enough time to before we end, then I want to give you guys opportunity if y'all Jerry segment thoughts, last minute thoughts. Okay. So here goes the poem for all my lovely, beautiful, strong women of growing through the word. Iron sharpens iron. Through the fire, we emerge. Bolder, stronger, unbreakable warriors. Forged in pain and strife, we rise, soaring high amongst blue skies. Like Phoenix, we rise above when we had no love, no kin, no loyal friend. But God, the Almighty, who never fails, gave us an armor of weathered steel to fight away the wily devil's whip appeal. Titanium we are, shining brightly within the stars. Never forget how truly stunning, important, and whose, you, ours. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. Amen.
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 Yeah,
That was beautiful.
Yes.
ooh, that was,
I hope you guys like that.
ooh,
Yeah,
that,
we don't like it. I don't like it at all. I
I
I
love
love
it.
loved it, right?
You wrote that?
Thank
You wrote
you.
that, Harmony? You wrote
That's
that?
awesome. So the last
You
question
wrote
that
that.
I
Miss
have,
Kathy Brown said you wrote that
yeah, I
yourself.
it out
yes,
once I
I wrote it myself.
oh,
Oh, that is wonderful. So,
Oh,
okay, so now
girl.
you need to put them poems out there too. Now, come on.
because I need
'Cause that
Huh?
was beautiful. That's very. I need that on my wall. Can you please
Yeah.
put it
Okay,
out
you
so I
guys
can have
want
it
a
on my
copy
wall?
of it?
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Please and thank
Awesome.
you.
Okay. I'll make a copy for everybody. Yes,
I
I
will put
wrote
that
it
in my office
myself.
on my wall.
Yes. Come
That is
Mhm.
on.
beautiful. Oh
Okay,
wow.
so the last question that I have for you guys for the night is, and it's kind of a heavy one, but maybe not. Is the last question is, at what age did life start getting real or hectic for you? And if you could give your previous self or younger self with any tool for success or option to choose a different path, what would it be and why? So I'm not going to answer the question. I'm going to answer lastly this time. I'm going to start with you, Miss Everlasting. Let's start with
Mm,
you.
mm.
So the question again is, at what age did life start getting real or hectic for you? And if you could gift your previous self or younger self with any tool for success or option to choose a different path, what would it be and why?
I would say 17, 17, when that boy came knocking at that door, at that window. When he came and knocking at that window, tapping at that window, saying, "Hey, Kaisha, I like you," and that I would tell myself, "Don't smoke." I would tell myself, stay away from that window. I would tell myself to say no, no matter what, even if it looks good, because everything that look good ain't good for you. I'll tell her, like, just stay away from that window. That window at that tap, when that boy came and he said he was gonna need to smoke with you, don't go outside and smoke with him. Well,
Yeah.
everything else, you could do everything else. But don't go out there, don't tell, I don't care. That's it. That's what I would tell her. And I think that part of the journey, I wouldn't take it away from me. But from there, I would just say, take that away and then do whatever happens.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That was good. That was good. And what about you, Miss Infinitely Abundant?
I would say life got real for me around at age 25.
Mm.
when I got married. And I would tell my then self to trust what you feel, and it's going to be okay. Because had I even, I'm not gonna say what I knew, if I would have known what red flags were. Yeah, if I would have known what red flags were and paid attention to them, I mean, my life would have taken a totally different path. But obviously, the way I went was, it's like you can't lose, you can't get it wrong. It just may take time, and now as other things added that may not have been added then, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't like Kai said, I don't take it away because it was necessary for this journey, but I could have gotten to this place without a lot of experiences.
Yes.
What you feel.
I can dig that. I can dig that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And what about you, Miss Blazing Peace?
Well, I was 23, 24 when I got married to my kid's father. I was in a real bad domestic violence relationship. If I knew back then, and me and him was grade school and high school lovers. I mean, we was just together all the way through. And we ended up getting married. But I didn't see the dark side because I only got to see the good sides. So I think that if I knew then, I would never marry him. If I knew I was gonna have to fight. If I knew I had to fight every day, Lord Jesus. My life would have been totally different, but I don't take it away because I was able to instill it in my own daughter. If he hit you, he ain't no man, don't be with him, get out. I wouldn't be able to tell her to get out if I never experienced something. So that there, yeah, my life changed. Yeah, it changed a whole lot. That was the first time I ever got violent and sink myself, see red, to where I can just take somebody's life, and it wasn't good.
Right.
So yeah, that's what being. So yeah, because it was real bad. It was real bad. So
wow.
But I was able to help my daughter, you know, and help other women. But like, no, she be like, he beat the girl. No, go run. I know a place you can go and hide. They can get you some help. You don't got to be there. That's why I was like, domestic violence is real, but if you don't know about it, you ain't gonna know nothing. You know, you think you're supposed to stay. Oh, it's the kids. I gotta stay for the. No, you don't gotta stay for the kids. Because I didn't stay for the kids. I had to save me and my kids because I didn't want my kids, and my kids didn't need to see it no more. So it's like, okay, it's time to make a move. So yeah. So that back then, yeah, that's that. Yes, that's it.
Thank you for sharing
Lord
that.
Jesus,
Thank you. I'm glad you let that be known, because it's still real today, you know, and a lot of people are still staying for the wrong reasons, and you know what I'm saying, you know, again, suffering in silence, and we need to speak more about this. And it don't always have to be just women. There's men that, you know, also suffer from domestic violence too. So you know, we do need to speak more about that. So thank you for sharing that. And last but never least, Miss Iridescent, do you have something for us?
Oh, it's been a couple of the you know, the ages, but I've had to come to grips with accepting those things that I could not change, and it's gotten me to where I am today. So the journey has been tumultuous, but I'm here at a different place now, and you know, have had the opportunity to grow spiritually, you know, mentally and whatnot, to have the tools in my toolbox to be able to do what I can to help my daughter have tools in her toolbox to break every person still left. There are sometimes, like, I've thought about this questions a lot, you know, on my many different reflections, and I've still come to the conclusion that I wouldn't be able to change too much of the things because it would change a lot of other stuff, and it would veer different timelines for the journey that I'm on currently. However, In another timeline, there was, because I'm always like, the spirit of my daughter could have still come in a different way. So it wouldn't, even if me and her father never met, there was a lot of hard lessons that I had to learn about life and love, and what love looks like and what love doesn't look like through that relationship. And choosing to defer my dream of school and then just veer for the love path that I thought was gonna be okay, like the consolation prize, since I didn't get to go to school then, but I, fell in love with my soulmate, type of ordeal. So I would tell her to be strong in a different way, not to continue to believe in herself, to assert herself, like literally the stuff that I'm learning and building currently, you know, be able to instill some of that into her, that she is enough, thing, and she didn't have to know all the things, and she didn't have to try to control a lot of her life, that it's okay to embrace the unknown and to embrace change a lot easier, and not to put so much pressure on herself, is what I would say. So that as life is changing and ever evolving, she can move with the changes and not break as often as she did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you. That's good. That was real good. Thank you. I appreciate you saying
That
that.
was good.
Yeah, that was good, because that even made me kind of reevaluate the answer that I wrote, you know what I'm saying, because of the different stages of the journey that I've been on and the different lessons that I learned at the ages that, you know what I'm saying, I was at. But I said that at the age of 14 is when stuff got real, or you know what I'm saying, kind of, I mean, it was already hectic because I was in a, you know what I'm saying, dysfunctional home, and I was raised with an abusive mother and blah blah blah. But when I got pregnant and I was in that foster home, you know what I'm saying, and then consequently they ended up taking my baby from me after her being a couple months old, you know what I'm saying, hence this generational thing that I'm still battling with in regards to my grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to see these different things, and at the course of the ages that I've 30, 40, blah blah blah, to where I'm at now. So I kind of appreciated what you said about that you wouldn't be able to really change, because it would change the trajectory of other factors, you know what I'm saying, of the journey, and I had said that what I would tell my younger self is to stick with school. I would give myself with the knowledge of keeping my virginity. You know what I mean? Keeping my virginity and completing college, you know what I mean? Like, for real. So
You're right,
yeah,
because if that window would have got tapped, I wasn't no virgin, but I sure wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? You're right, girl. Go ahead.
That darn tap on the window.
Oh God.
But literally,
for real, because I now realize that I wasted vital years on nothing as relationships, nothing as men in dysfunctional relationships. I wasted the better part of my youth, my young adulthood, you know what I'm saying, even my middle age to the age I'm now. And my relationship, I always had long-term relationships, you know what I'm saying? So my first love, I was with him like over 15 years, you know what I'm saying? And still friends with the family even to this day after that, you know what I'm saying? Not in an intimate setting, but just closely knit, because I was so young when, you know what I mean, I was with him like from 17 up to my 20s or whatever, early 20s, and then the second relationship was like 5 or 6 years, and now here it is, the marriage that I'm in now, so I'm pretty much, I stick with one person. I don't really jump around like that, but in the course of all that time, it was a lot of drama and trauma. For real, drama and trauma and hard lessons that, you know what I'm saying, I endured and had to learn, and I'm still learning and still growing and still evolving, you know what I'm saying, to who I am today. So I am grateful for the journey. I also would have told myself to trust myself more, because I've always had intuitive, keen nature, senses, like all of that, but I never really trusted or tapped into it, or even really paid attention to it as much as I should have, because it also could have prevented me from a lot of shit too, had I really just listened and trusted my gut and followed, you know what I'm saying, that little voice. you know so yeah, that's what that was the answer that I have for me. Thank you, ladies, for letting me share. I know that it's getting close to the time, and I do want to give you guys an opportunity, but I was hoping if you would allow me to quickly just draw. I've got this new deck specifically for you guys. I know you was already doing the spirit animal wisdom. I know you said you did that on the live the other day, but I wanted to give you ladies a spirit animal card and a affirmation card for women before we end, for each one of you. And if you allow me to, and then if we have enough time, I won't take up all the time, you can go on. This deck doesn't come with the book, and I'm not really a good reader like that. I'm just learning and I'm starting. So bear with me. I'll pull one and one, and I'll just read and show you what the picture says and read. Maybe if we'll see how it goes. Okay.
Look, real quick, to talk about word curses, speaking word curses over ourselves. And you saying you're not. I said, did we just talk about word curses?
Yes, ma'am.
Yourself? And you saying you're not a good reader.
Okay, that's right. Thank you for letting work. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that. Excuse me. I'm learning. I'm just learning. I'm starting out. So I'm a newbie, but I'm
you
practice makes
doing your
perfect.
best.
Yes,
You're doing your best, and that's all we need. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you allow me to, I would like to start first with my beautiful iridescent star.
Yes.
So I'm going to pull one and one for you first. First, I'm going to start with the affirmation cards. I'm just going to pour them out. I don't really need to shuffle these because they're already pre-shuffled. And as I pull one, I always put the old ones on the bottom. So I don't want to mix up the old ones that I pulled for myself. So I'm going to just pull like kind of from the middle part or like that. Okay. So I'm going to just pull like this. And the first one that I have for you, it says, even as I wait and live in uncertainty, I am whole. So that's the card I pulled for you.
Come on.
Yes.
I'm going to let you take a screenshot if you want.
Got it.
Okay. And then for your spirit animal card, give me one card. I already saved this deck and I cleansed it before using it. So I don't do know how to do the hand part, but I'm just going to do the same thing that I did when I put your card right there. And you got the elephant.
Yes.
Okay.
It says grounding. It says ground your energies and emotions deep into the earth.
Come
and
on.
So that's your card.
And the elephant remembers everything. You know
yes.
everything. You know what you know when you know what you know.
That was for you. Okay. And next, we're going to start with you, my beautiful friend, Miss Infinitely Abundant. Let's see what the universe has for you.
Yes.
Okay. Something good. Something good. Miss Infinitely Abundant. Okay, got your card here. And now we're going to pull your affirmation card. And yours says, when your thoughts start to race, breathe in fully, look deeper. Peace is waiting for you there.
Yes.
That's
Thank you.
beautiful.
And the card that I pulled for you is Raven, wise woman. It
Girl.
says, wise woman, a change is coming.
Come
How
on,
I see that
man.
moon up there?
That's great.
It's
Come
just
on.
it's a lot of different, little messages within a message, signs within the sign. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You welcome. You welcome. I'm glad you got that one. And who is gonna be up next? I feel my lovely mother, sister, friend, Miss Blazing Peace is next. We got a
Come
good
on.
message for you, honey. Yes.
Come on.
Let's see, Miss Blazing Peace.
Oh, I love when she be like, I felt like I felt like the price is right. That's what
I'm coming on
like
down.
they
You see,
called
I'm
your
like, I'm
name for the
ready.
price is right. You was on down.
I was coming
Yes.
down.
Okay, Miss Blazing Peace. Miss Blazing Peace. Okay, we got yours. And yours says, the darkness doesn't steal my light. It shines regardless.
Come on,
And
man.
your spirit animal card is the snake card. It says Kundalini rising.
Oh, girl.
And you know,
Kundalini rising. Channel your creative passion and sensuality. Welcome the transformation.
Come on to the
if
she
you
told
don't
you to take
shut
that.
your mouth, I got
And
to
she
go.
said,
I
take
love you
that bonnet
guys.
off.
I got
She
to
said,
go.
take that bonnet off and show your sexy, pull
Let it
your sex,
rise.
shield
I
Yes.
your.
got to. I gotta go. I'll see y'all guys later. Cause you know what? This is really. I ain't gonna say scary, but it's exciting and it's overwhelming because I wrote in my thing today in the book. I was writing out my daily goals and stuff, and I asked God to not let nobody dim my light, to let it shine through.
Yes.
And see, that's what I'm talking about because I got it wrote in my book.
Come on.
And I wrote that today.
Come on.
Wow.
It's mind blowing, right?
Okay. Come on, give me something good for Kai.
Get your
And
sexy
here
on.
is the grand finale, the master blaster, our teacher, our guru, our friend, our sister.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Our
God.
sister from another mister, Miss
Okay.
Everlasting, Kaisha.
Thank you. Glory be to God. You know I ain't do nothing. I'm just here, okay? I appreciate it. Thank you. I sure appreciate it. I'm like, glory be to God. I ain't
Your
doing
card.
nothing. Here. Pat, okay, guys. This was great. Okay.
Okay, and your card says, I choose to release shame and own my story.
Come on, I sure like to tell it like it is.
And yours is the deer card. It says trust.
Wow.
Approach the situation with a light heart. Approach the situation with a light heart. And now I will do myself, last but not least, never least, always peace.
Okay. Okay. We all up in here like stunned, quiet. Spirits is making all the noise. Our spirits happy, okay? Thank you, God.
It's my chart. Here's my card. And it says, today I take action over getting stopped by perfection. I will practice peace today.
Come on. Come on, the host for the night.
Right.
And my card is the kangaroo card. The kangaroo card. I got the courage card.
Come on. Didn't I say the host for the night with all the might?
See?
It says, you are being tested. Have faith and stand in your truth.
Come on, girl. Congratulations, Miss Nash. It's up. It's up.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for letting me host tonight. This was great. I hope that you guys, my questions weren't too heavy and you guys will be okay and happy and grateful with the topics that we talked about tonight. I choose for the next person to be host of this lovely, lovely group of women. Miss Infinitely Abundant, you're up next.
Come on, girl.
Hey.
And so now we still have a short amount of time left. If you guys have anybody wants to add a closing scripture or a final thought or anything, always we want to thank and say we wish you love and light to those members that missed tonight. We hope that you enjoyed the replay, and I hope that you guys got something also when you guys watch it back and you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed participating in tonight's group. Thank y'all for letting me host. Love everybody. Thanks.
Wow,
Thank
we love
you.
you. I love
We love you too.
provoking and memory bringing questions. It's a great time to process all those things and just to see how far we've come, and so I'm very, very thankful of that. And in this spirit of being grounded and being here in the now and the present, we don't dwell on the past, we learn from it, we don't dwell too far into the future, we aspire to it, but then the present is truly the gift. And I appreciate you for helping along that way as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I wrote that question down because I got something on my mind. So I'm really have to sit back and do some soul searching, some really, really deep soul searching about that question.
That word, Kurt.
Yes, I'm gonna have to do some soul searching about that question because it's like, wow. And I got to see if but that was good. I really enjoyed it. I already knew you had something for us tonight. I already said it. That's what I said. I said it. I said it was gonna be good. I said it was gonna be good. I said that when she was on live, when Kai was on, I said, "Oh, it's gonna be good on Thursday. It's gonna be good." She got something for us.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I just was saying, like, I loved every moment from start to finish. I mean, even when your kangaroo said, like, have courage and ain't nothing wrong. Don't try and be perfect. All you got to do is be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I've been thinking, and I'm just going to share this with you ladies, and then I'm done. And ever since Alicia had did unapologetically be me, Miss Kathy Brown, I just want to say I appreciate y'all, each and every one of y'all, before even taking the initiative and say, yeah, I want to come here. And when you get chosen to be the host, showing up. You know what I'm saying? Showing up in your true essence, not like trying to be like nobody else, not trying to do it like nobody else, literally just doing it how God is aligning you, and this was wonderful. I mean, I ain't never had experience. This like one of the best ones. Each one is the best one. But when I say that, like, you can't help but to elevate each time. You know what I'm saying? We done came from being our regular names to adding stars. We stars now. You see what I'm saying? Look at the names that we done put. Look at the growth that has came up out of here. And it's just the fact that we growing by ourselves, even though it's just us in here. We growing the world around us because we are doing what we're doing. And I just want to say I love y'all, and I just thank y'all for showing up, and thank y'all for allowing me to be the vessel. You know what I'm saying? Pastor Keon Henderson said with David when he had interpreted the king dream and everything, and he said, "Was still blessed. If you gonna bless me, Meshach, Abednego, and Shadrach, bless them too." You know, and so he was like, and then when he had did it, and the king ended up praising David, and David said, "No, don't praise me, praise God." And then the king had ended up started praising God, and then had his servants praising God. So he was like, you just want people to know, like, and I want y'all to, I appreciate y'all for loving me for me, and still knowing that it's God that does this. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking that it's just like, oh, Kaisha is, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not me. And just seeing the God that's in me is the same God that's within you, and just seeing that how it works like that. You know what I'm saying? No big eyes and no little U's. And that's just where I'm at with that. I love
Thank you for that. That was beautiful.
you. Thank
That
you.
was beautiful. I really enjoyed tonight. I feel like we really, you know what I'm saying, we took it to a whole different level tonight. Like, you know,
Girl,
and
ain't
even
no
though
people
some of the
gonna be
questions,
talking to each other and saying no stuff like that, and then be saying some stuff, and then people stay conscious
Oh,
mind immediately going into saying, "Oh, so I need to do this with myself," and then so this is a wonderful example for anybody that even watched this video to see us being able to say, "Girl, you right about that within myself. I do need to fix that," and not feeling like, "Damn, not that." Like, oh no, she didn't. Like, girl, oh yes, she did. And then it's all love. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is out of
yes,
like, and knowing that when I'm telling you that I still need to step my game up. When Alicia said them finances, I said, "Is you choking me out right now?" I felt like choking me literally. Like, girl, I heard you. I'd say that all day, okay?
right.
That was
and
This
nice.
was very refreshing, and
hard.
It was.
I'm glad you guys were able to receive it, because he was working on this. I worked on it earlier in the week, and, and today I followed it up because excuse me, the week I'm still going through little trials and things like that, but I'm learning to pay attention to the signs and to listen to the inner voice and whatever. And I got a good damn reading the other day when Kaisha did that reading about the peacock, and the peacock came out, and I saw a different live where a lady was saying that everything is working in your alignment, you doing the right thing, the universe, you're going to get a sign, you're going to see peacock. And I've been seeing them a lot. And if I tell y'all that I found this peacock today, look at
It's
it.
beautiful.
Look at
That's
it. And
beautiful.
look what it does. It's a surprise inside.
What in the world? Look at
What's
it.
You
that?
see that?
What?
Nah,
That?
what's inside?
That
I
is
can't
What
lift it
is
up a
it?
little more.
what's
Is it
inside.
jewelry holder?
Lift it up again. Lift it up higher.
And talk so you can be on the front screen.
What? Oh gosh.
Say
Look at
something.
little golden coins.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Little golden coins.
All them little golden coins inside.
Mm.
Oh, that is nice. That is beautiful.
Oh, that
Oh,
is
that's beautiful.
I
for them
said, oh,
treasures.
thank you.
Them treasures. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Right. And look at the tail.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
pretty.
beautiful.
Thank
Yeah.
you. So
Thank
I,
y'all.
you know, even though it's looking grim, you know what I'm saying, and I've been, man, it seems like the hits just keep on coming. You know, you get over one hump and one hurdle, and here comes the next. And I already know that it's gonna be challenging in regards to my granddaughter, but I'm hopeful, I'm grateful, I'm thankful. I still need to find my daughter, and I know that that's even coming around, you know what I'm saying, to flourishing. So I just need to continue doing like how you said about praying and covering them, and you know, and the universe has heard me, he has been hearing me, and it's all in God's time and not mine. You know what I'm saying? So I got to keep saying your will, not my will.
Amen.
As we all do, you know?
Amen. I
he
love y'all. I sure appreciate
God of all of us. You get what I'm saying? There's a gift inside all of us. Sometimes
Yes.
to not just see that outside, actually to find that hidden treasure. Do know that.
What you
Yes,
say, Miss I
ma'am.
am abundant? I
I
thank
just,
you.
I just thank you, Alicia. I just wanted to say real quick because Miss Nash, what you said was because I didn't get a chance to answer the question, which is fine. But you said what I was going to say about word curses that I put over myself. It was always saying when God bless me, something always happens on the flip side to like take it back. That was something that I kept seeing. Like, yeah, He'll bless me, but it's like it's always a hand hidden something that I don't expect to see coming. And that's just what you said. Even the whole line that you just like when I think of word curses, it's not always something like saying I'm broke, man, I'm broke. You know, is a word curse that something I used to put over myself also. But
Right.
once I was conscious of that and stopped saying it, and even finding your grandchildren being a challenge, all of those things. If I could just encourage you to erase that and rewrite that sentence.
Okay.
What is for you is for you, and just allow God to direct your path in the way to go.
Amen. Yes, ma'am.
You're the messenger of
Thank
light,
you.
so your path is already lit up. You know those things that we say, and we just say it because it's the words that the sentence that we want to form, but not realizing that we're the ones that putting the blocks up in front of us by the verb.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that. And my apologies that you didn't get a chance to answer the
No,
questions. And thank you
no.
for answering and following up now. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
it was the appropriate time for it. So that's
Okay.
why it was so for the
Yes.
save the best for last.
Okay, I'm telling you, that's
Yes.
right. That's
Thank
good. That's
Always
right.
on time.
And
Yes.
yes, and I want to say this. Pastor Keon said in a sermon that I seen today, said that, and I was telling Miss I am abundant that, and that's good that she even just said that because it was like what I said when he said a lot of times we so constant with this sympathy. We want the sympathy for ourselves. We want to be sympathized our own selves. Not that we looking for it from somebody else. We just know like, this to do it like that. He said, because Lord forbid if we get into a car accident. He said, when you get into a car accident, you always say, a car just hit me. I got hit by a car. He said, you didn't get hit by a car. Your car got hit by another car. You know what I'm saying? He said, instead of saying it so that it make it seem like it's such a hit to you, it wasn't directed on you. So stop putting things on yourself that ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? This is even that with your grandchildren, like that's your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that it's like, don't put that out like you did something wrong. Like, because if you would have had your kids, you know how you would have deal with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that way to take it easy on yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Don't. What is it? Don't take it personal. Make it personal.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna tell you, because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, Miss Manager. Like me and my daughter relationship just got back close, and I enjoy every moment. Every moment of it. I'm telling you, and we had time. I mean, years and times apart.
Yes,
But she
ma'am.
didn't talk to me nothing, and it amazes me. That's why I enjoy her when I do get my time with her. I enjoy her because that's my daughter, and I enjoy it. But I had to learn to give it to God because every time I put my hands in it, I messed it up.
Right.
So I had to start telling myself, you need to back up and leave it alone. Why are you putting your hands in this? Because every time you touch this, you're messing it up. So I see all the mess up. I was like, you know what? Let me just, Lord, thank you for your gifts, but He'll bring them out. I'm like, Lord, your gift.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how, and it's a wonderful thing because I already know it can be mended and it can come back.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I took on my responsibilities because I had to apologize. I'm that mother went to I had to go to I had to apologize. I'm sorry.
Right.
I mean, I only knew what I knew because this is what I was taught. But I know something different now, but I can't go back in my past, but I can do something different in my future, which
right.
that's
Yes,
all I
ma'am.
can do.
That's right.
That's all. But it's coming.
That it is.
I
It's coming.
received that. Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's beautiful. You guys are awesome.
You too. Thank you for having
Well,
us tonight. Thank you for doing your thing tonight.
yes.
Thank
Great.
you.
And Miss I Am Abundant, you up Monday, period.
I can't make a heart. It's there. Ugh.
Come
Yes,
on.
I'm ready
I
and
can't wait because I
excited.
already know you got something good too. I already know you do too.
Oh yes.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
Come
so we
dropping in
going through
bars.
we going through here. I love y'all. Y'all have a great night tonight,
You
okay?
all
You
do the
too.
same. Thank you. Love
See
y'all.
y'all.
Good night, everyone. Great
Good
night.
night.
Good
Good
night.
night.